here we are at the last set of instructions for the day. The third part of the project is going to be comic strips. So if we go to the next slide, you see you're going to create two comic strips, all right, using one or two tools from that Cool Tools for Schools. Now I had you go through, look at that. You might have found one of the tools that you really liked and it was easy to use. Great, use that tool for both of your comic strips. Some of you may have found a couple of tools that you really liked. Well, you can do one comic strip with one tool and the other one with the other tool. So hey, there you go, it's up to you. So remember that you're choosing from the writing and or the drawing tools. Remember the writing tools categorize it for you. It actually breaks it down and shows you these are comic strip ones. The drawing tools, it's just all there and you have to scroll down. Alright, so what do you do with the comic strips? You're going to go back to step 2. Alright, so I'm going to go back in my slides here using a quicker way. So I go to step 2. I had essentially 4 different questions. Now there's questions within those questions, but there's 4 different questions here. You're going to choose 2 of these and you're going to use the comic strip to tell me your answer. Okay, it might be a story. Like the first one, describe a time when you were proactive when you could have easily been reactive in the situation. Okay, tell us that story using the comic strip. And then you're going to create a second one and you're going to choose a second question from step 2 here to do that. Alright. Also, when you're telling the story, what I'm going to be looking at is the details of your story, as detailed as you can get with the comic strip, and your understanding of the terms on step 1. So you need to use at least 6 of these terms in each of the comic strips. Okay, so your first comic strip needs to have at least 6 of these terms, showing me that you understand what they mean, and the second one will have 6 terms in there also. Okay? So I'm going to go back to that direction. Oh, sorry, one more. Alright, so once again here it shows you 2 of your 4 answers from step 2 is what you're going to use for your comic strips. You can use that strip to tell us your story, your answer. And then once again you're utilizing 6 of the terms from step 1 in each of your 2 comic strips. Now when you're done with this, this is going to vary from student to student depending which tool you choose. Alright. So some of them may give you an embedding code. You may have some issues with that. You may have to do a shift Apple 4 kind of thing. We'll have to cross our bridge when we get there. It's just going to vary from student to student. Most likely, you're not going to get to this today. A-Day, the most people got through were the magazine cover and the 3 trading cards. It takes a little while because you have to put some thought into this. So you may not get to the comic strips at this point. I'll be back next class period. So if you have any questions on that, I'll be there. Now that's the comic strips. You'll also notice that I have 2 more slides at the end, goal setting and the great discovery. These are the other 2 parts of the project that I will give directions to either next period or the period after. I just didn't want to give you too much today. Alright? So, magazine cover, trading cards, comic strips. Those are the first 3. And remember, I saw this a lot today, you can't do these little projects without answering all the questions back in the previous slides here. Okay, steps 1 through 5. So make sure you get those done today. Alright, so there you have it. I'll see you guys next class period.